All right, Algebra 2. Hope you enjoyed your 4-day weekend. I'm going to pick up where we left off on Thursday, which was long division. And I'm going to do a problem that's a little more complicated. You can see right here before I start, I have 2x cubed, 9x squared plus 15. You'll notice I'm missing an x in there. So I'm going to show you something on how this works. I'm going to go ahead and do my work over here at the top because I need the space. So I'm going to do 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5 into, and 2x minus 5 is my divisor, and then this 2x cubed minus 9x squared. There's no x's, so there's no x's. If there are no x's in math, we call no x's 0 x's. Watch this, 0x. You want to maintain that while you do these type things. It's silly, but it's necessary. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look into this stuff. I'm going to do my purple pen. For those wondering how to do this, I'm going to look at this first term, this one, and I'm going to look at this one. Those are the two I'm looking at. I'm going to take 2x cubed from that one, and divide by 2x. That would mean the 2's cancel out. Remember, there's a 1 right here. This would go down to x squared. So what I found is that 2x goes into this x squared amount of times. So I'm going to do x squared, and notice I'm lining up my exponents in the right column. X squared times 2x is 2x cubed. So I go x squared times 2x, and then I go x squared times negative 5, which gives me negative 5x squared. Now I have to change the sign because I'm going to subtract it. Everything changes the sign here. So this becomes a minus and this becomes a plus. Then I draw my big line here. I'm going to go ahead and switch my ink back to black. And then I'm going to do the subtraction. 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is, of course, 0. Then I have negative 9 plus 5. Negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4. So I'm going to bring down my negative 4x squared. And then I'm going to bring down the remaining stuff. Negative 0x and then plus 15. And if you're going to be like, oh my God, how do I know to add the 0x? Because I told you to. And because there's no x's, so you just add it. Like, this is one of those things that if I hear kids freaking out about this particular step, I'm going to roll my eyes. Literally, there were no x's there, so I wrote in no x's in the form of 0. So it's not that big of a deal. Don't overthink it. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and now redo this. I'm going to go look at this 2x again, and I'm going to look down here. This negative 4x squared. So I'm going to go ahead and do my dividing. Negative 4x squared over 2x. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. And then x squared over x1 just leaves me with x to the 1. So I found that it's negative 2x. And look, now I can line it up over here. See how I'm lining it up over this x column? Now I'm going to go ahead and do my multiplication. Negative 2x times 2x. All right, I'm going to go negative 2x times 2x, which is negative 4x squared. Oops, I need to be in purple. Purple ink. 4x squared. And then negative 2x times negative 5 is positive 10x. And then I'm going to do this whole line again, and then I'm going to go to black. What has to happen is I have to now change my signs because I'm subtracting this whole line, so this becomes a plus, and then this one becomes a minus. So then I end up with 0 right here. And then I have negative 0x, which you can ignore that, right? It's just x. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. And if you're wondering why I put it a minus 0x or a plus, it doesn't matter. So if you put it a 0 or a plus, you can do that. It does not matter. I don't know why I choose 0. I mean, why I choose negative. It's just like a habit. So anyways, ignore that. Negative 0 is silly, right? So you have this negative 10x. So I'm going to put down negative 10x for this. And then I'm going to bring down my plus 15. Plus 15. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and basically finish this problem. So I brought down the 15, and now I have to do it one more time. So I'm going to switch to my purple ink, and I am going to underline this one. And I'm going to underline this 2x again. And so now I have to go negative 10x over 2x. That's dividing that out. And then I'm going to end up with a negative 5 because the x's cancel out, and the negative 10 divided by that is negative 5. So here we go. I'm this far over. Now I'm going to do this again. Negative 5 times 2 is in fact negative 10x, because it's negative 5 times 2x. And then negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. And then I'm going to go ahead and write this out. So what I end up with now I have to do is change my signs because I'm subtracting. So when you subtract, you basically just change the sign. So if it's negative, make it positive. This becomes negative. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. And then positive 15 minus 25 is negative 10. So we have a remainder of negative 10. So is this a factor? No. But the answer that we got, are you ready? I'm going to write the answer out. It's this thing on top, x squared minus 2x minus 5. You ready? You see that minus sign? I'm going to write that minus sign here, and then I'm going to create a fraction. I'm going to put the 10 on top, and then I'm going to put this thing on bottom. And as far as like, Mr., how do we know to do that? Like, y'all, it clicks if it clicks. Just trust the process right now. This has to do with long division. If you remember your long division and remainders, how we did it before. But just for now, just accept this is how we do it. If this had been a plus 10 that was left over down here, then you'd be writing a plus right here. So with that said, that's the answer. So that's the one I'm doing. I wanted y'all to see that little trick one. And then that's it. We're pretty much ready for today. You can use this video and the videos from the previous week to basically help you do this assignment.